youth, talent, and experience. I am Mark Stewart Greenstein. I wanted to comment about the people who urge a constitutional amendment to change the age at which a person can become president. It is 35. And people say, well, that's too old. It gives no chance for some very good people to rise to president. Folks, if anything, 35 is too young. We should raise it, if anything. And experience is, frankly, all you need right now to make sure that the voting public only elevates people with maturity and high levels of experience and hopefully wisdom. Don't need a congressional amendment. If you had to do it, though, raise it. Because remember, when the framers were making this Constitution of ours, age 35 was relatively old. Okay, back in 1789, your average American at age 14 had been working. Your average American by age 19 was married. Your average American by age 21 was a parent, had given a child, had gone through childbirth, or on the male side experienced a wife's childbirth. This is remarkably different age. Experience tends to come later. We spend our time in school, not the most life learning of experiences. And remember, back then life expectancy wasn't that high. Average expectancy was about age 59. And if you lived that long, there was a good chance at age 59 you were a great grandparent. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez has been a propeller, not herself, but people in her favor. Wow, this is the new face of leadership. This is the person that we Democrats should elevate to run for president. She won a primary by 4,100 votes, okay, in a strange enclave called Brooklyn. She has a lot of energy, and to her credit, she's done a lot of good things for changing the system since that primary nomination. I applaud that. Now, I think her thinking tends to be wayward. And this may be why the framers didn't want a 29-year-old elevating to the presidency. Elements of the Constitution are consistent in not bringing in radically new things. The Constitution enshrines old ideas, not radically new ones. Old ideas that had gotten buried by the British government, king and parliament, that our Constitution meant to make sure stayed with Americans. And a wise, yes, older leader was something that they saw as desirable. Youth brings energy. Youth often brings new ideas, but new ideas that are not tested are often not good ideas. Youth brings with it talent, youth brings with it strength and agility, and thus we come to, yes, Tom Brady versus Jared Goff. Tomorrow's Super Bowl is a big discrepancy in the ages of the offensive leaders and the ages of the coaches. McVay is, I believe, the youngest coach to make it to the Super Bowl. Long run, I take talent over experience on the athletic field any day. Short run, one game, inexperience is dangerous, okay? Guys who've been there, done that, are thinking maybe one step ahead, maybe even 3 or 4 steps ahead, because they know their physical limitations and overcome them with wiliness and experience. That's how on the baseball diamond, very old hitters and old pitchers hang in there because their experience outmaneuvers talented youth. All right, so for tomorrow's game, I am hoping the Rams win. I don't think they will, but I would like to see an element of justice. Patriots, or members of them from 4 years ago, are cheaters. I don't like the reward of more Super Bowls for some people who were on a team that didn't deserve to be there after that Colts game. Okay? Deflategate was an absolute cheat. Okay? No question about it. It was not just one game. The Patriots back then were deflating footballs in multiple games. They might not have gotten to the playoffs in the first place. And remember, people say, "Oh, but they won 41-7." A tiny depression in the footballs doesn't make that difference. When you have a secret weapon and know it, it's uncalculatable how much extra power you feel, and feelings translate into abilities on a football gridiron. So I do hope that people who were officials in that team, Brady, Belichick, even Robert Kraft, don't see another Super Bowl victory. I am rooting for the Rams.